is going on, guys? How have you all been? I know it's been a while since we've been able to do a live stream, but I'm very excited to be back. And what a week it is to be back. Oshkosh is going on. I don't know if any of you have ever been to it, but I went last year, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had in terms of aviation-related events. It was absolutely incredible. As you can see here, we have loaded up our A2A Comanche for this special occasion, as it does provide the best general aviation experience of any aircraft, and it just seems fitting to be heading into KOSH during this magical week with this magical aircraft. We'll get to covering our arrival here in a moment, but while we do get started, if you guys are enjoying this content, please like, comment, and subscribe below. There's also some links in the description if you feel the urge to support the channel and everything it has to offer. That is the robot emptying itself. It just finished cleaning the floor for me. Currently, we do have Eddie, Ken, Ron, and CRJ is with us. Look at that. They are waiting for me to do my walk around and get back in the cockpit here. This aircraft is that we do have that walk around feature. So let's go ahead, get back into the cockpit here. Why did that kick my parking brake off for? Come back on. There we go. And check our maintenance real quick here, along with the fuel and payload. So we are very heavy. We are taking a lot of extra fuel here, 300 gallons, which is over 100. Actually, it's about 100 more pounds than the block fuel that was called out in our flight plan. The reason being is because we could get stuck in a holding pattern going into Oshkosh. We have a pretty direct path, but I've heard there's quite a bit of traffic over there. So I've got a full airplane of people here and quite a bit of camping gear. So once we get there, we'll go camping. Nonetheless, one thing to keep in mind while we do get in the air here is we have a very tail-heavy airplane. So the trimming is going to be a bit different than what we're used to, which is normally closer to the middle here. Like I said, we do have quite a bit of gas. And if we go back to our flight info page here, you can see we've got a range of almost 600 miles, and the I think the distance for this flight is 187 miles if we follow it waypoint to waypoint. That takes care of that. Maintenance, we had the airplane freshly inspected and fixed up for this flight. Everything is in good health, and the battery was recently charged this morning. So let's go ahead and do our walk around. I think we're supposed to drop the flaps down one notch there. Check that, make sure it works. It does. Bring it back up. Free movement on the aileron. Check the fuel level here. Yeah, fuel level looks good. And just make sure we don't have any water in there. That looks good. The lights were checked earlier. Get the ropes off here. Check the fuel on the right wing. Can't quite see it in this light here, but we'll pretend that we can. Kind of hard to, depending on the time of day, to see the actual fuel levels. Remove those chocks. Let's check it. Oh, I'm gonna take the screw out there, and no water there. Nope, let's go back. Oh, okay, took care of it for us. Beautiful. Prop. I think can't really do anything with the prop, but the intake fins, the cooling fins are unobstructed, so we're good there. Full level. And we're below the max and above the min, so that's good. And with plenty of capacity for the flight. See if we can see the fuel level on this side here. What's going on, owls? How are you? There it is. You can see it there, a nice little blue hue. And get rid of these chocks. Get rid of this tie down. The lights were tested earlier. Check the left tip tank. You can see the level right there. I'm not sure how well it shows up on the stream. Check the left tank here for any water. It looks clear. Left aileron's good. Let's get that. I should have just left it down. Good and solid there. The I think that's a stall indicator. It's clear of obstructions. And the elevator is good too. Also clear on the right side of the aircraft. And the baggage door is closed. So that completes our walk around. So let's go ahead and jump back in the cockpit here. We'll get the airplane up and running, get the flight plan in. Going great. How about you? I have been extremely busy, but I'm very happy to be doing tonight's flight. So haven't flown a GA aircraft in this manner for about a month now, so it's kind of a nice reprieve. We've been stuck in that 777 so much. So let's go ahead. It looks like Bloggins has joined us here, so we'll go ahead and unmute herself, get back in Discord, and we'll start covering the flight plan once we get the airplane started.
People are probably getting tired of the 777 already.
You cannot talk about that airplane like that. How dare you? I'll get tired of it when the A350 comes out.
I was going to say, what's the next plane coming out?
It's the A350, and then after that, I'm not buying anything else unless it's maybe a really cool tail dragger.
Yeah.
You said that last time.
No, I've always said I was going to buy the 350.
Heard that before.
I have always said that. Or if A2A comes out with something I like, whatever the heck they were working on for the next airplane, I wasn't a huge fan of. So, do you fly in real life? Not yet. I am still pending on that one. Hopefully this year sometime. I had to buy a car this year, so it kind of set me back some.
I heard Boeing had a very good showing at their, I don't know, did they do an air show in London this past week with a bunch of orders for their planes?
Really? Must have really discounted them.
I don't know, but yeah, they said that it was one of their best years.
I wouldn't be buying any of them right now, I don't think.
For orders, yeah.
Now, I love Boeing, don't get me wrong, but that's old school Boeing, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's going on, folks?
What's up, Cameron?
Not much.
There's stream going on. Let's see here. Master switch on. Why did that not turn the avionics on?
I'm the one supposed to be asking that question.
Got my new computer all set up and running now.
Oh, there is an avionics switch. Okay. I fly so many different aircraft I can never remember. Avionics master switch. There we go. Helps to push the right button. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Flight plan. Oh, let's get this thing started first. How about that? So let's bring our mixture all the way in. Let's get it primed. Oh, let's check the tanks first. We are going to go to the ship tanks first. And use that up first before we go to the main tanks. Go ahead and prime the engine 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Mixture's all the way in, props out, throttle correct. And magnetos to both. Let's get the rotating beacon on and strobe light. I can stay off for now. And let's try to start her up. There she goes. Let's get to about 1,000 RPM there. There we go. All right. Let's get this door shut. It's kind of loud in here without that being shut. Controls. Cabin door. There we go. Much nicer. Is there a way to simulate headphones in this aircraft? I don't remember. Kind of quieten it down a bit. It's still kind of loud. Oh, I was simulating. It's still kind of loud though. I don't remember if there's a way to turn the volume down or not. Not that big of a deal. It's not terrible, but... Oh well. Okay. Alright, engine is warming up. You see the oil flashing there for us. Go ahead and get this flight plan in. So our destination is going to be KOSH. And then we're going to be going to Mike Bravo Lima. Over to Nero. Oh, shoot. Mike Bravo Lima is going to be the closer one. To Nero.
Just a quick one. What are people flying the 152 tonight?
Comanche. To KFLD. Fond du Lac. Over to Ripon. VP RIP. Over to the FISK, VP FIS. And direct to KOSH. Okay. Make sure this looks correct on the GPS here. We do have a water crossing here. So our normal cruise altitude is going to be 6,000 feet, but when we get to MBL, I think it would probably be advisable for us to climb to 9,500 just to get across the water here, or 10,000. We'll go straight to 10,000. Actually, yeah, 10,000 works. Then after we get to, once we are getting close to Nero, we can come back down and try to be around 4,000 at Fond du Lac, and then we'll descend down to 2,300 at FISK for the FISK arrival. So, some quick charts real quick to look at here.
Oshkosh?
Yep, we're doing Oshkosh tonight. Some real quick stuff here. So we are coming in on the Ripon waypoint here. If for some reason we do encounter quite a bit of traffic, we will either climb over and come in from the north, or just work our way down to Puckaway Lake and Green Lake, however far we need to go. So assuming we go to Ripon, we are looking for these railroad tracks right here. So we should see them right in front of us as we get to Ripon, and doing a right turn in front of us to head towards Oshkosh there. So we'll be following those railroad tracks in. And we are expecting runway 9, which luckily for us is a pretty simple approach. So if we go back up to here at FISK, we're going to continue north on the north side of 44 there, all the way up to runway 9, and just do straight into runway 9. We'll check the weather when we get closer to make sure we're not missing something here, but here's where we'll have the from FISK, where we want to be at 1,800 feet. So we'll descend once, I guess we'll descend right at FISK, I guess, is where we should be in single file line. So if we'll hit FISK, go down to 1,800 feet, we'll be at 2,300 at Ripon, cruising at 135 knots. Hit FISK, and we'll drop it down to, we should be able to drop it down to around 90 knots at FISK, down to 1,800 feet. So come on in, and depending on who is in what order, we got the white, green, and orange dots. So whoever's in front of the gaggle will land on the orange, whoever's in the middle aim for the green, and whoever's last will aim for the white. I did get a scenery that does have the dots painted on the runway, so at least I will be able to see them. So if anybody is around me, I'll tell you to land at the end of the runway, the middle of the runway, or the beginning of the runway, for your all's reference. So okay, the weather.
Well, flying.
I am in the A2A Comanche, so RV-14, something similar.
We got a Bonanza, and what do we have? TBM too.
I'm in a TBM.
I don't know if you guys heard that there was a crash at Oshkosh this year.
Oh yeah, I heard, unfortunately. There's one every year, it seems like, unfortunately. So I've got 30, 40, 50 gallons. Gallons remaining. Okay, it's still showing the correct number. Okay, perfect. Alright, weather where we are at, guys, is altimeter 3022. And the winds are 360 at 6. So we've got runway 36 we can take off on. It's pretty simple taxi. Looks like we'll go straight out, hit the taxi down, and hold short 36. Okay. We'll leave our iPad there. As far as airspaces go, we're pretty much clear of any sort of controlled airspace for this route. So we're good there.
What's the initial altitude we're flying at?
So we'll go ahead and go straight up to 10,000, and then as we're crossing, we'll descend to 6,000 once we get across Lake Michigan. All right. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, when's lunch?
That is on you. I brought snacks.
No service on these flights.
Yep. Nope. Nope. Yeah, the service is the whoever's sitting in the back seat. Bring that prop in.
Yeah, so I'm testing all my settings now that I have a faster computer.
Pitot heat. Go ahead and get that on. Mixture's full. We probably should have leaned that out just a touch here on the ground. Let's do that as we taxi, just to keep it from fouling up the plugs. Landing lights, strobe lights, we'll leave off till we get to the runway, and I'll probably go ahead and arm. Right, something to keep in mind, the outer dial on this thing is in miles per hour, and knots is the inner dial. Flaps, flaps 1. Trim is pretty far back. So yeah, we'll set it at neutral. Maybe a touch lower. Let's see how that feels. Alright, parking brake, come off. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Let's go. Brakes work.
Get started. Here we go.
Alright, we are looking for Charlie. The chart shows something a little different. Charlie Delta over to Golf. Let's see how accurate these charts versus the taxiways are here. Alright. Control surfaces. All good. There appears to be a taxiway right here. I'm going to take. Weird, the chart doesn't show this, but the sim has it in both the Garmin and in the actual scenery. Alright, clear left, clear right. Go ahead and cross 28 here. We're showing the correct level of fuel. Go ahead and get our strobe landing lights on. It's pretty bright out here. We're not going to blind anybody. Anything else we're missing? Not on VAT sim, so we don't have to worry about the radio at the moment. Alright, takeoff speed VR is 85 miles per hour at max takeoff weight, which we are at the max takeoff weight, so 85. Assume that, yeah, miles per hour will get her up in the air. Alright, we'll go ahead and head over here, hold short 36 Charlie. Do our run up there. Winds are pretty calm, so I'm not worried about putting the nose into the wind. Mixture all the way in. Blow it back to idle. Alright. Park and brake. Full throttle. Or not full throttle, but we'll look at our 1800 RPM. Nice and smooth. Let's go left magneto. Pretty good. Back to both. Over to the right. Nice and stable. Back to both. And carpet. Beautiful. Carpet can go back in. Let's do prop control. Cycle out prop a few times. Prop's good. Bring power back to idle. And park and brake can come off. Alrighty. Alright, we are clear to lift. Let's enter runway at 36. Now we're going to depart 36 and we will we'll do a left turn. So we get back into the nav track. Any final questions, guys? Everybody ready?
How do you start this thing?
Push the button.
Push start.
Hey, my airplane is ahead of its time. It's got push to start.
I thought I had a cord and a handle. You just
Yeah, this is the upgraded model. I got the Lexus, not the Toyota. There's everybody lined up behind me, waiting for me to get out of here. So, alrighty, all right. One final check. Flight controls free and correct. Mixture's full. Props full. Carpeet's off. Altimeter is correct. 3022. And all of our lights are on. Fuel pump, come on. And, alright, let's get out of here. Let's ease into that throttle. I don't know if I've ever flown this thing at max takeoff weight before. Alright, we are at full throttle. Looking for 85 miles per hour. And rotate. Woo! She shot straight off the runway. Alright, we have a positive rate. Let's go gear up. Bit sensitive. Bit sensitive. Yeah. Let's pull it back to 2500 RPM. And we'll hit the water, go flaps up, do a left turn.
we gonna go to the quarters turn.
That's a pretty nice departure out of here. Oh, are we on live time? Didn't check that earlier. Real time. Didn't change much. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go flaps up. And easy left turn. And we're going to pull that manifold pressure back. Climb is 24 on the manifold pressure. Everybody there behind me. And we are going on up to 10,000 feet.
10,000? I thought you said 6,000.
We're going to go ahead and go up to 10,000 feet. And then we'll descend to 6,000 as we're getting close to the other side of Lake Michigan.
Let's slow down a bit.
Yeah, I'm climbing about 90 knots. Alright, so climb is 2400, 2424 basically. So we got it at max power at the moment. Actually bring in a bit of manifold pressure. We'll watch those cylinder head temperatures. Actually, we're going to keep it at 23. They're getting a little warm. Couple guys off my left there. Bloggins and CRJ.
Duke.
No, Bloggins and
Duke,
CRJ.
Oh.
CRJ's flying right next to you.
Oh, got it now. Okay.
Alright, we're going to do a right turn onto our nav track here.
Oh.
About passed it up. Did a little bit. Go ahead and get our landing lights off. Alrighty, our temperatures are dropping back down now, so we can add a little bit of fuel there, a little power. Pull that RPM back just a touch. There we go. Alright, still hand flying. This thing does have an autopilot, although it's a bit rudimentary. I gotta remember how to use the thing, too. I think you push track. And then let's go to GPS. Let's see if that'll track for us. We'll basically handle our attitude ourselves. Bumped it a little too hard there. Just looking for 24 on the manifold pressure and 24 on the RPM. It's a bit touchy right there. There we go. I'm going to lean it out just a touch here since we are starting to get much higher. Let's watch that power meter. We've gained, started dropping back off. Push back to the rich side. Those temperatures are rising pretty quick. Don't want to lean it too much. And we are at 5,000 feet. Okay, so this is not... Let's do this. It's not following the GPS. So let's go into heading mode. Oh, hang on. Now is it following the GPS? Is it ST? Or is that just... It's turning towards it. What's ST stand for? I don't remember. I forgot how to use this autopilot. It's been a while. Alright, manifold pressure's dropped again. Let's enter back up. Try to get that 24. There we go. No, it seems to have shot through, so let's just go into heading mode. How about that? Easiest thing to do. Why is it turning us? What is it? What's it doing? Interesting. Alright, let's just get rid of that autopilot for a second and fix this airplane. It took us on like a 90-degree turn for some reason.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure why. Just doing a little bobbing and weaving, don't mind me. Alright, I need to look at the manual apparently. I don't remember which modes does what. 7,000 feet, so we'll hand fly it here for a moment. See if I can't figure out how to get this thing to go into heading mode. Autopilot. Ready. Heading mode. Nope, see, I did it again. Thought HD was heading mode. Ultimate Wrecker. Hello, hello. How are you? Worst case scenario, we can just hand fly it, but... Alright, coming up on 7,500. Let's check those power settings. Alright, we are at full throttle. So, let's lean it out just a touch here so we can gain some power back. Although the exhaust gases are pretty close to 1,400. Doing great. How are you? I'm great. Trying to remember how to use autopilot in this thing. It's been a little while.
Push autopilot usually turns on.
What's that?
Said you usually push autopilot and will usually turn on.
Well, this one has the very basic autopilot. I'm trying to remember which setting does what, and once I get it trimmed out here in a second, I'll adjust.
Or you challenge yourself. You fly without autopilot.
I can do that too. $8,000 feet. Looking for 10. What's going on, Sean? Sorry you couldn't make it. Ah, yeah. This is gonna be a fun one, especially once we get to Oshkosh. It should be pretty exciting. We went ahead and went on up to 10,000 feet here, just so that we could make sure we had plenty of altitude to work with before we crossed the big pond here. You know, ETOPS is not necessarily a thing unless you want to call it the extended time over potential submersion or something along those lines. A500, I'm going to start trimming the nose down just a touch here, get some speed. A ground speed of 111 knots, so it's moving along pretty well. I'm going to pull up the A2A manual. Try to get it figured out for the autopilot here. So I don't think there is a aileron trim in this thing.
We'll be right back.
Okay. There's 9,000 feet. Let's trim that nose over just a touch more. Lean it out just a touch more there. $9,500. Trying to find the autopilot page. Here we go. Let's get this thing leveled off. Oh, turning. That's what I get for trying to read the manual and fly at the same time. 96, looking for 10. I feel like we're barely moving up here. Is that a dirt bike track? Looks like a dirt bike track or something in there. Alright, start trimming the nose over. Nice and easy. I don't think there's aileron trim in this thing, is there? That is my biggest annoyance right now, is I keep having to bump the aileron just to get it to stop torquing over. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Alright, we got to 10,000 feet just in time for the big pond here. Alright, so what? You can track a GPS course, however, it can't intercept a new course. I know that. Let's try this again. I really like it'd just be happy if it would go into heading mode. So ST is a turning mode. So at least we have that, and we are way above 10,000 feet now. Get this thing trimmed back out. Keep trimming as we speed up. Making me think my dogs are barking.
Yeah, it's my dogs. It's night. It's what? It's 2:30.
Once we get the airplane leveled off here, we will go to cruise mode here. We are going to pull the power back to 2100 RPM. Alright, I am about 15 miles from the coast. Okay, let's grab this thing over here real quick.
What's your cruise speed at?
At the moment, it's 168 knots ground speed.
Oh, speed up.
Okay, ST will maintain turn rate set using the mode knob. HD will follow the heading select using the heading bug on the HSI. So. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what the problem is. Okay, here's why it was being goofy. The compass is not set correctly. Okay. So we are flying at 22.5, 22.224 or so. Nah, it makes more sense. Okay.
That
So
happened
there's-
before.
Yes, it has. At 22. Now we can adjust our heading bug. Go in the heading mode. There we go. Now we're flying where we're supposed to be flying. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, and we have started to descend. And there is an altitude mode hold somewhere. Altitude, engage, disengage. Here we go. That's what we need. Let's go ahead and trim it up. It's on the yoke. Get us back 10,000 feet, and then we will hit that altitude engage button. I'm just shy of it. Come on now. There we go. 10,000 feet. Beautiful. Okay, now let's go ahead and get our engine leaned out here. So I think we were about right where we needed to be. Let's go ahead and bring the mixture in just a touch there. Hit the lean fine button. Rich peak. Okay, here's the lean. Bring it in just a touch there. I did not find the... Maybe I didn't have the mixture in far enough. So we'll go full mixture. Gonna kill our power some. Slowly start bringing that out. Nope, okay. It's not finding it automatically for us, but we're looking for about 60% on the horsepower there. So right about there seems to be leanest. There we go. Okay. Get that ROP to about negative 30 or negative 40 degrees, and that should give us a good rich peak. We're coming up on our first waypoint here. Beautiful. There we go. All right, I'm burning 13.1, 13.2 gallons per hour right now. Turn our fuel pump off. Negative 40, right on dot. Look at that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, cruise negative 50. 0 to negative 50 is rich peak, so we'll keep it at negative 40 there. Read some more of the manual here. Alright, we are at our first waypoint. Let's go ahead and do our right turn. Alright, I got a ground speed of 163 knots. It looks like we'll be flying right into the sun, naturally.
Yep.
It's our environmental. It's 44 degrees in here. All right, let's get some heat going. Cabin heat. Pull that out, see how that goes. And we need to do a fuel check. Tip tanks. That doesn't change that. Where were the tip tanks? Fuel system. During normal operation, the fuel is drawn to the engine from the cell by a mechanically operated fuel pump located on the engine accessories section. In the event the engine-driven fuel pump fails, 2 electric auxiliary fuel pumps are provided. The pumps are operated via a single switch. Oh, okay. So I think it flows from the tip tanks to the regular tanks. Let's take a look at our fuel payload. Yes, that's what's happening. So we had 15 gallons in our left and right wing, and the tip tanks are dropping fuel first. Okay, beautiful. Takes care of that. So now we just cruise. See if we can figure out what the mode is for following the GPS track here. That way we're not chasing the magenta line here. Alright, we are over the water now, so hopefully we don't have any issues. We have, I think it was like, yeah, about 50 miles either direction. I don't know if I don't know how well this thing glides in terms of distance, but I know the best, according to the little cheat sheet here, the best glide range is 105 miles per hour. So if we lose our engine for some reason, we'll hit that 105 miles per hour, start descending, and at the moment we have enough time to turn back. Once we get to the halfway point, we'll be committed to getting on over to Wisconsin. $13 miles per gallon, getting almost as much mileage as my truck. We need a bit more heat. It's still not quite warm enough in here. People are going to start complaining here in a minute. Okay, back to the autopilot. Alright, track low, high will follow the CDI needle in the HSI. Normally track high is used. Track low is low sensitivity mode for situations when radio signal is unstable. Okay, so let's go spin this needle on around. Let's try going to high. See if this thing will fly back to the nav track. It appears to be doing so. We weren't too terribly far off, about half a mile or so. Alright, after we did that turn, my ground speed dropped down to 148 knots. Those things aren't doing anything. I'm just getting the reflection from the sun right now. Well, I need our instrument lights here in the near-ish future, so we'll go ahead and turn those on. For you guys watching the stream. Alright. Yeah, here's the one thing that this thing is not great at, is it will zigzag quite a bit whenever it's trying to track a GPS nav track there. correcting for its overshoot, but it's really slow. Sometimes it's a little easier to just go into heading mode. Alright, let me see if I can get some weather over where we're going. MTW. Altimeter at Fond du Lac is 3023, so about the same. Just one notch up. There we go. Not too bad. Alright, we are still not quite halfway across the pond here, so the plan still is, if we have engine trouble, immediately do a left turn to head back to MBL there. Try to find a place to land.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So if we pull Navigraph over here. We'll be going to MBL, like I said. Manistee. But, alright, there's a halfway point, so once we get to there, we'll be committed. And the nearest airport on that side is the beach, so Woodland Airstrip, maybe. Otherwise, I think we're going to be on the beach. The last time we flew this thing, we almost ended up on the beach because we had some carb icing. That caught me off guard. If I would have followed the, if you go to emergencies, go to engine roughness, the very first item is carb heat. If I would have just gone and done that, we wouldn't have been as in much trouble as we almost ended up in. But, you know, live and learn. We're doing great on engine performance here. Nothing is out of the ordinary. It's kind of crazy to see how much of a difference in the cylinder head temperatures they are just based on where they're located under the bay. Or the, you know, the engine bay. We go over to our, was it the maintenance page? Engine analyzer. It's such a cool page. That power wide open. So 10,000 feet, full power, leaned out. Make about 150 horsepower. We are back up to 64 degrees in the cabin now, so everybody should be nice and happy. We are a couple miles away from getting to the halfway point there. And we're going to go from 7:53 to 6:53 local time. Curious, if we go check out the weather in the sim, it says 7:54 right now. The time transition is right in the middle of the lake where our midway point is. Kind of curious to see how when that changes. I've never really paid attention to that, despite how many different time zones I've been to. Oh, looks like First Officer Bodie has found a toilet paper roll and has absolutely destroyed it behind me. What are you doing there, buddy? Huh? You getting in trouble? We're gonna have to vacuum that up. Yeah, we're gonna have to vacuum that up. I could have used that. Definitely could have used that. All right, so here's the question: did Boots or Bodie get it off of the sink? Bodie is the one who looks very guilty right now because, you know, there's toilet paper everywhere in my office. But Boots was the one that was hiding next to me the entire time this was happening. I was wondering why he was cuddling up against my foot the way he was. Yeah. He's being a bad dog. Being a bad dog. He's got that guilty look going. I kind of wonder what else has been rummaged through. We're not quite out of the puppy stage yet. We're getting close, but we're not quite there. Oh, what? You're not even going to make eye contact with me now? Alright, so we are coming up on the halfway point here for the... Hey, no. I caught you now. Oh, don't act innocent. I know you are his little evil twin. No, stop it. Alright, I'm going to take a look at this time change here, see how that works. And then I'm going to clean up this mess real quick while we're at cruise. You guys are awful quiet tonight. What about those aliens?
Which ones?
Haven't heard any stories lately.
No new stories? Or we were past that.
Think
It
so.
didn't change.
Uh,
It's been a couple of years since I had an encounter.
Couple years, huh?
I don't remember where I was when it happened either.
Uh-oh.
mm,
Come on, over here, this way. This way. Go grab a broom. Be right back.
Wake me up when we get there.
that's when it's gonna be fun.
Y'all's name tags have disappeared.
What?
Well, I mean, Papa Ron and Havoc were in front of me, and their name tags have disappeared.
That's interesting.
That be
And welcome to Flight Sim servers.
yeah.
No, I can only see Havoc's name tag. I don't see anybody else. Where did everybody go? Everybody did disappear.
And this isn't going to be good for me because I'm playing catch up now because I just I exited quickly to because I downloaded the KOSH airport with the air show stuff on it and the colored air landing points. So I quickly exited the game and came back in, and now I'm playing catch up to find you guys with a little bit of time compression. I have no clue where you are.
We're just crossing the middle of Lake Michigan.
I think you'd say we don't know where we are either.
No, I'm about 3/4 of the way across the lake.
Do you have the flight plan in, or like how far to the waypoint?
I do. My next waypoint is... Hold on. 12 miles from Nero, Neroe, on the other side of the lake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I'm about 45 miles. Time compression, 16 times.
There you go. Catch up.
30 miles out, 26 miles out. Whoop, I just passed somebody.
Yeah.
22 miles out. There we go. Back to 1. Yeah, I like this. I have now a little LED display that tells me what my time compression's at, so I know I'm at 1-to-1 time, or 2 times, or 16 times, or 0.5 times.
Yeah, that comes
Very
in handy.
handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably only cost about probably, the sad thing, $7 for the LCD, for the for the LED display, the 7-segment LED display, and probably another $5 for the Arduino Nano. I think I'm using for this one, for that one. So
You mind taking a picture of it and putting it on the group chat sometime? Be cool to see.
yeah, sure.
Thanks. Ken, I do have to say I miss your voice.
No.
Okay. There has been an explosion.
Oh no.
Not only did they get the paper towel, or the toilet paper roll, they got all of the toilet paper rolls in the closet.
Oh no.
They are
It's the cook-
everywhere. Oh no. I was like, oh my god, what has happened?
I thought it
Oh,
was an
shit.
explosion.
Yeah, there's an explosion of white toilet paper pieces across the entire house. It's gonna take me an hour to clean up everything. I was like, oh, okay.
That was
To the crate. Both of you now. I'll
Hey,
deal
Ken,
with you
you
here.
You're gonna have to go to the store and get more toilet paper.
I've got more out in the garage, so I've got more. But yeah, I walked in the living room. I was like, oh no. All right. So I am going to richen this thing up a bit, and I'm going to start descending. We're looking for 6,000 feet. So I am fairly close to Nero. Fight with the trim here to keep descending.
I did check the local time. It did back up an hour.
See, I was watching it and it didn't change, but it has changed now. So I don't know exactly when and where it changed, but
I'm just about to hit the next waypoint. There it goes.
getting some nice ground speed during this descent. Alright, so I need to go and keep it in heading mode here. Just going over to heading mode.
Are we descending?
Yeah, at Nero, I'm going to descend down to 6,000 feet.
Ah, okay.
I just wanted to be 10,000 across the pond.
Got it. Ooh, that sun is bright.
All the name tags are back.
Okay, let's go ahead and do our left turn here. And we can go on back over to Track High. Oh, why are we climbing airplane? It's a bit of a challenge to keep a consistent descent in this aircraft.
Is there still time to return it? Are still within the 30-day window?
What's that?
I said, is there still time to return it? Are you still in the 30-day window?
I don't know. Heck, I've had this thing for almost a year now.
Guess learn how to fly it now.
Yep.
I scared myself just then. I looked over to look out the right window and there's somebody sitting next to me. What the crap? Where'd he come from?
And when you're descending and keeping a consistent descent rate is a challenge because you're gaining performance as you go down. We are at 7,200 feet though, so we should be leveling off here shortly. $7,000, looking for 6. I've been pulling the RPMs back just a touch, just to keep it right around that 2100. This thing's in a pretty comfortable descent now. Once we level off, we'll get her lean back out. Then we'll have to go back on a toilet paper cleanup duty. Holy crap, we got all kinds of people in here now. Hey, what's up, Ray?
Hello,
Ciao.
gents. Just got home and been busy with grandkids. I'll see if I can join you guys.
Alrighty. And we are looking for 6,000 feet. And engage. I'm catching up to somebody here. Who is that? Ron. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to pull it back to 21 on the manifold pressure and 21 on our RPM.
Just got a traffic warning. Must be you. 5
Yep.
miles.
Sneaking up right behind you. About to pass you, actually.
I'm trying to go slow. I'm only going 122 airspeed.
Oh yeah, you can speed back up now. I'm coming right up next to you.
I don't want to be first in there into this airport.
Fair enough.
Come on, Ron. Come on.
Yeah, while you were away there, Knock, I exited the game, downloaded the Oshkosh Air Show Airport from flightsim.to, so now I got the dots on the airport for landing.
Yep, I've got
Came
got the same thing.
The default has dots though.
What's that?
The default scenery. It has the dots.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
All right, bump up that RPM just a touch more. 2100 and just a millimeter or less on the manifold pressure. 2121, beautiful. All right, let's go lean fine, Rich Peak.
My TBM is barely breaking a sweat here.
it's oh, engine's rough. There's the lean established. And we're looking for negative 40.
What's your pressure for altitude set for?
0.23. That's interesting. The Rich of Peak setting there is you go negative. I didn't have it quite leaned out or richened enough yet. There we go. Okay, that makes sense. It's a little too far. Just bring her back. Just stabilize. So half the time in these old engines, that's what you do is just chase tune. I hear boots barking at somebody. The girls must be home. Or about to be home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
You guys running into each other back there?
Yeah, nobody just. Well, you were close. Within a couple of feet.
Okay. So Fond du Lac is right down there. Oshkosh is about straight across this lake right here from us. So we're heading there right over there. We'll be getting busy here soon. So at Ripon, we want to be down 2300 at 135 knots. So basically the speed we're going right now. Indicated. We're right at 130, so I'll need to bump it up just a touch. Whoa. Did you see the TP disaster? I turned around and Boost kept hanging up next to me. I was like, what are you doing? Why is he doing this? And then I turn around and Bodie's got a little paper roll in his mouth. I was like, oh. I gotta clean up here still.
Oh my.
Should have taken some pictures for you guys so you could laugh at me. All right, because of the traffic and the time of day, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my landing lights on. That way we are very obvious to each other as we head on in here. Uh-oh, my sim just froze. Okay, we're alive.
Yeah, I just had. Yeah.
That was scary.
Somebody just went under me.
That has to be me.
I went up to 6,100 feet just so I wouldn't be at the same altitude.
I was trying to slow down and just get going.
Take a look at all the name tags. Oh, Ray's already over there. There are airplanes everywhere. That's what we're about to be flying into right there. Look at that mess. It's going to be entertaining.
And how many people are using? Is there VATSIM on this airport?
Right now there is, yes.
Yeah.
There's not an approach or anything. It's just center, which is probably terrible. Usually VATSIM will do an Oshkosh event, and I need to do it. I kind of forgot about it this year, but next year it would be fun to do the actual Oshkosh event that the VATSIM puts on, and then I think that'd be a pretty unique experience. It's something I've never done.
Yeah, I've never tried VATSIM. I don't know how that works because, for instance, we're not using VATSIM, but if it's a controlled area, do we just get in people's way, or because we don't know what they're doing? We don't know what.
So, are you asking?
We're not getting tower control. Like, we're not being controlled by the tower. We're just flying in and trying to slot ourselves in there.
Yeah, if there's no ATC on, yes, you'll have to talk to each other on the radios and slot yourself in. If ATC is on, then they will bring you in. Now, what happens during the VATSIM event is they do the legit. If you've ever listened to the ATC from Oshkosh, like there's, the pilots don't really respond. It's wiggle your wings, or rock your wings, and then if you're the airplane, they call out, you rock your wings back and forth. There's no response from the pilot. It's such a different experience. And then when we went to Oshkosh last year, we hit one of the exits, and the planes were flying right over top of us. It was really cool. And then when we got closer, I was able to actually watch the airplanes that were rocking their wings back and forth. I mean, it was a really cool experience.
Nice. No, what I'm asking is, like, for airports that have VATSIM running on it, do those players? There's no or is there a dedicated server, or is it they're still using the east-west?
Yeah, there's a well, they have east-west servers, but they're all all one server essentially. No matter which part or which server you're on, you will see everyone that's on the network. So, but yes, what you want to do in MSFS is turn your multiplayer off, so you don't see the airplanes in multiplayer and just see the ones on VATSIM.
That's what I was wondering.
Because otherwise you'd be running into people that aren't in there.
To VATSIM players, that's what I'm confirming.
As long as they don't have multiplayer on, yes. But if they do, that's their fault.
Yeah, got it.
Hey, Knock, what's your position relative to Oshkosh right now?
I am pretty much due east, probably about 100 degrees.
Copy that, because I don't see you guys. You're on the east server?
Yep.
Yeah.
I see you, Ray.
Yeah, I see Ray, but there's so many people right around this area that's going to be interesting.
Copy. I'm up at 8,000 over the airport.
Yeah, we're on the other side of what is this, Lake Winnebago?
And we'll be approaching the south. We'll be at the south end of this lake shortly.
Yeah, we're heading down to Fond du Lac and then over to Ripon. All right, everybody do a fuel check. Make sure we don't need to stop at Fond du Lac. I've still got 3/8 of a tank, so we're good there. Sorry, a quarter of a tank. Is that right? How much fuel does this thing hold? Oh, wow, okay. This thing can hold 90 gallons. I had 50 when we took off. I still got 32 gallons left, but it's, yeah, I've got about a third of a tank. Oh, now it's 81 degrees in here. Get that cabin heat off. Alright, does anybody need to stop at Fond du Lac?
Nope.
I'm good. I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm good. I got about a quarter tank left.
Okay, beautiful. I would have probably brought a lot more fuel than I did if we were on VATSIM. Although it would be kind of cool to stop down in Fond du Lac, get a bunch of fuel, and then take back off. Now, I imagine doing this event on VATSIM would be a good way to practice for the real world, because they try to keep it as, you know, close as possible.
Actually, that was something we did. There was a flight we did a couple weeks ago. You were away there. We did Greek Islands for GA. And, one of the things we were doing, when we landed at each airport, we actually landed and waited for everybody. That also gave you a chance to, you know, laugh at people landing and criticize their landing. And then once everyone had caught up, we took off, carried on to the next airport, and repeat, and rinse and repeat.
We don't make fun of each other here. What are you talking about?
Never heard that happen.
Wow. I don't know what
okay.
you're talking about.
Constructive criticism was provided.
I will be the first one to get called out if I make a bad landing.
Oh, ditto.
I'll probably call myself out before anybody even gets
Call
off.
myself out before anyone else can.
Exactly. Alright, there is Fond du Lac. We'll stay at 6,000 feet around that airport and then start descending to 2,300. After that to Ripon. Yeah, 30. I forget there's a fuel gauge on the little monitor here. 34.6 remaining. So I've got a little over 2 hours of fuel flow at the current power setting. You're starting to get a little antsy in my airplane. Ready to get on the ground.
Well, I'm just trying to remember. I don't know if I've how much I've flown the Duke. Just the propeller one, not the turboprop. There's no reverser on this one, is there?
On the just the regular engine, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Probably not.
No. All right, this is gonna be fun.
All right, let's see here. There's the Fond du Lac right below me. Warbird Island is off to our right.
Coming underneath.
Is that the island right there? I know you can go out there and check out the seaplanes while you're up there. I didn't do that last year. Oh, somebody just flew underneath me. Loggins. Oh, there goes a
I'm just underneath
F-30.
you.
Look at the F-35 stalling out. Although it looked like a A320 on my screen. That was kind of funny.
I was gonna say he looks like a commercial air jet for me.
Yeah. I just happened to have name tags on when he popped up. Alright, so Loggins, if this continues. Oh, I need to go into heading mode here so I can do my right turn. Go heading mode. Here we go. Right turn. And we'll keep it in heading mode for the remainder of this. Alright, let's go ahead and descend down to 2300.
Right underneath you, Ron. Stand by for the descent.
I can hear you.
All right.
It's pretty steady. Yeah,
Stand by.
go ahead. I'll go down to 2,400 feet, not 23. There you
Okay.
go.
I'll go to 2,000.
And that F-35 is going vertical now.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, 30.
Oh, looks like it's trying to be a vomit comet, actually.
Okay, I just made the turn.
Where are y'all at now? I lost you. I don't have any name tags.
We're
Just
just-
past Fond du Lac, Bloggins and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm 14 from Ripon.
Yeah, I'm 13 from Ripon. Trying to descend down to 2300 real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oops.
Let's go ahead and richen that engine back up.
On the descent.
I'm currently still accelerating.
There's supposed to be railway tracks or something we follow in.
Yeah, so at Ripon there'll be railroad tracks that we should be able to see.
So I remember last year I made a hard copy of that sheet that had all the landing information, and I have no clue where. I think it got recycled.
Oh, you can just look up Oshkosh FISK, and it'll be the first thing from the EAA. They have it posted up.
Oh, no, I was just having easier having a hard copy.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've got it on another monitor.
I need another monitor that I can move, that could be easily rolled over to, like, next to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting in front of my 55-inch, and my two 32-inch monitors are about 7 feet away from me. So they're a bit too far.
All right, so we need to be at 135 knots at 2,300 feet. So I'm at 4,000 feet. I indicated like 175 knots at the moment during this descent, but at Ripon, we need to be at that altitude and that speed.
What's the speed?
135 knots. 135. Is any of you guys in front of me? The sun's making a... Okay, Bloggins still right there in front of me. So Bloggins, you are first.
I'm trying
you're
to
in the
bring my
Duke,
speed
so
Yeah.
you're going to need more runway than me. If you want me to go ahead of you, I can land on the orange or green dot and give you more of the runway.
Sure. Yeah, as I
He's-
said, I'm trying to bring it down. Okay, I'm slowing down. I'm below 120 now.
Because you'll need the white dot for 4,400 feet, or the green dot at the very last with some hot brakes.
Yeah.
There's 3,000 feet, so I'm gonna start trimming up.
I can easily let you pass.
I'm off your left now, so start looking for those railroad tracks.
Okay, so y'all have made the right turn?
Not yet. I'm looking for the railroad tracks right now. I'm trying to slow up some too. All right, there is 2,500 feet. Has anybody got a chance to get the local altimeter? I got the Fond du Lac's in right now.
Let's see.
Right, there is 2,300 feet. Woo, easy girl. Railroad tracks, railroad tracks.
What's that heading to FISK? 050? That?
Which heading?
The heading to FISK is 050? Is that right?
Give me a second, I'll have to tell you.
From Ripon?
I'm turning at Ripon here. I'm still looking for those railroad tracks.
I
Yeah,
see you going in front of me now.
Yeah, 050 from the Ripon. The FISK is 50 degrees.
3022 altimeter.
3022, beautiful. Alright, there are the railroad tracks, I do believe. I'm right over top of them, beautiful. Alright, 2,300 feet. Just about, yeah. 2,300 feet, 130 knots. Let's go up 5 knots here.
Uh-oh.
We are on the FISK arrival now, so. Let's follow these railroad tracks in.
Ah, there they are.
It's yelling at me to do some sort of a trim. I'm not sure which direction.
Oh, somebody just swooped over me.
Swoop?
Swoop, flew, something. Zip.
Zippity doop, zippity doop doop.
Slam.
Wow, there's a bunch of you right there in front of me. Oh, that's not even you guys. That's a different gaggle.
That's a different group.
Oh man, they're all in F-35s flying around. Look at that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Although they show up as Airbuses.
And a token F-18. Where are you?
Alright, making the turn.
Alright, I got the railroad tracks off my right. We're flying on into FISK now. Indicated airspeed's about 135.
Yeah, let me speed up a bit.
Should be able to see the airport shortly. I think I see the tower. Alright, mixture's in. We can get our fuel pump on. All of our lights are on. I don't see any traffic in front of me at the moment, so we should be okay there.
Past them all.
Railroad track's doing a little wiggle and a wag there. We just need to stay to the left of it. We're doing okay at the
Right
moment.
wing up there, Michael.
Hello. Hello there, Ken.
Hello.
Oh. Well, formation of
there goes the F-35s again.
F-35s in formation.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty
definitely
cool.
there.
All right, I got the airport.
Yeah,
I think we're supposed to be down at 90 knots around FISK. and down to 1,800 feet. So we're coming up on FISK in about 2 miles. So I'm gonna start slowing up.
Alaska.
So we're gonna get that prop back in.
There go their frame rates.
Yeah, this place is gonna be wild. Bunch of traffic all over the place. All right, so FISK. Let's see here. Do basically keep it on the same heading I'm on right now. And then I need to descend. Let's get it. Let's just go ahead and take the autopilot off. And fly this girl in. And on down to 1,800. There's runway 9. Look for any IFR traffic off our left. I don't see anybody. Trying to slow this thing up.
And I just lowered my gear. My goodness, the nose just wanted to pull right down.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use my gear to help out here. Gear down. And we are at 1,900 for 1,800, although we're about to start landing. I am first, I believe, so I will hit the last dot, which was the orange dot at the end of the runway there. Alright, let's go ahead and get flaps 1. Alright, mixture all the way in. Props all the way in. Gear is down. And slight right turn into runway 9. Oh, we are right on the glide slope too. Beautiful. Let's go flaps 2. We're gonna be want to be full flaps on this landing here. We're going to be at the very end of the runway. Now, who's coming in behind me? Oh wow, there's a ton of you.
You're in front of me.
I think I'm behind you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people right behind me. I got an indicated of about 85. I want to come in and I'll touch high so that we can make sure we give everybody room behind us. We're aiming towards the really the 1,000-foot markers towards the end of the runway there. Should be white dot, green dot, orange dot, so we're going for the orange dot. Flaps fuel. Fuel pumps
Do
on.
your best.
Well,
Just try to hit the asphalt.
Yeah, just try to land. There you go. You can start seeing all these airplanes on the ground in front of me.
Turning off name tags.
Yeah, there's so many. Well, I've got all the parked airplanes on the ground. This is so cool.
Oh, I see the white dot. I see a green dot. Yay.
Yep.
I see 2 white dots on this end.
All right, I don't have anybody immediately in front of me. Got somebody trying to take off in my face, of course.
We've got 7 planes in line on a 1 mile final.
That's awesome. Alright, there's a green dot right in front of us. And we're going for the orange dot right there in front of the A320s that are doing goofy things.
Yeah, that's probably the F-35s.
There's so much traffic here. Oh, hang on. He's about to take off in our face. Nice. Hello.
Hard right.
Just pull that power.
Where are you parking at?
Caution, wake turbulence.
Oh, right on the money. Right on the dot. Beautiful. All right, let's exit to the right here.
You turning left off of the runway?
Yeah, we can do that. It'd probably be the easiest place to park. Although
Hello.
this is another runway.
Papa Ron just run over me, I think.
Yeah. Can't hang out on the runway.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off the runway here.
Yeah. Yeah, I got off the runway right away.
We go over here and find some airplanes to park next to. We're gonna pretend we're being marshaled around in the grass here.
Oh.
Welcome to
There's
Oshkosh.
there's a lot of traffic here.
Got all these planes on the ground. I don't know not everybody has the scenery, but this is pretty cool. Who's that? Is that Bloggins? Okay, that's Bloggins.
I thought I was supposed to have all the planes. I'm not seeing them though.
Alright, Bloggins, I'll go to your right. Other right.
My bad. I got distracted by a F-35 Airbus.
Alright, we're gonna go here and find us a parking spot next to all these airplanes. We got everything in the world out here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, why aren't I getting the airplanes?
Whoa, what the?
Whoa,
What the?
Yeah,
is that? Are you trying to hit a car there? It looks like you
Oh,
hit
that's
a car.
not. That's not a. I thought that was one of the sim cars. They normally just park in the way. But no, that's it's a real car. Okay. Let's do that.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, I tried to run through that thinking it was one of the sim cars, which you can't do much about other than just run through them. So we'll park right here. How about that?
Yeah, see, I see that. Why don't I see?
Yeah, you should be seeing a million airplanes right now. They're all over the place.
No.
I don't see them either.
Well,
I got but I got that parked car for sure.
yeah. Yeah, if you saw me run into the parked car, you definitely got that. Alright, we're gonna pretend that this is where we're supposed to be.
Blue Comanche.
Yep.
I'm right beside you almost.
Stop.
Whoa!
Sorry. Engine run away. Ah, shoot.
Alright, let's get these landing lights, strobe lights off.
On your left. No.
There's a lot of runways here too.
I hope I'm behind the right airplanes.
Good mixture. There we go. Beautiful. That was cool. That was pretty cool. Get that rotating beacon off, fuel pump off.
Glad I could join you.
Fuel heat off. Yeah. Poor Dev, he's gonna be so upset he missed this. Don't need GSX. Alright, let's go to controls, I think. Little chucks, tie downs, get the control lock on, pitot cover, get that cabin door and the baggage door. Let's get our tent unloaded here. And turn the battery off. Alright. Oh, whoa, there's an A320. Being chased by a tug. Look at that. Oh, that was a very unique experience. Unfortunately, since not everybody has the scenery, some of you are floating, so the screenshot's going to have to occur from higher above. It's pretty cool.
Mike, you're the only Comanche besides me, aren't you?
Yes, I think I was the only other Comanche flying tonight. I love the VORs modeled over here. Check this thing out. That's cool.
I see some vehicles over there.
And they got some of the, I mean, there's airplanes all over the place here. But there's some bigger planes parked too. Some Huey or Black Hawk. Oh, my sim just froze. Oh, there it goes. We're live. cool different airplanes all over the place here. And of course, they've got the Dreamliner over here. I guess a C-130. Kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat what they've done. It's too bad they don't have all the booths and things that were over here normally.
What scenery is that, Michael?
It was some free stuff off Flight SimTO. I just found it before. I loaded in here. I tested it real quick.
The EAA AirVenture Oshkosh. Is that the one you picked?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I was just going to ask what scenery it was. Thanks.
Yep, but that added a lot of coolness to the whole approach and everything. It felt pretty cool.
I just got to figure out why am I not getting all the aircraft and vehicles. And
Did you download the? There was another mod you had to get for the dependencies.
that's what I'm looking. Where is the dependency?
Yep, that's probably what you're missing.
I didn't scroll down far enough for. I scanned, but I scanned too fast. But.
Yeah. Be right back. Alright guys, I appreciate everybody joining tonight. I hope you enjoyed that flight into Oshkosh. That was a pretty unique experience. Next year, like I mentioned earlier, I believe there's a VATSIM event. It would be really cool to do the stream and the VATSIM event. So may have to do a couple practice runs to make sure we have it all memorized. Or some sort of shared cockpit if 24 allows such a thing very easily. That would be pretty neat. Anyways, I will hopefully be back on Sunday for a commercial flight. And with that, guys, I will catch you next time, and happy